fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
Alright, so today we're going to be installing helper bags on the GX470. So I'm not going to show you guys how I took out the spring, because you can see how to take out springs in the install video, but we did install Eibach Pro Lift Stage 1 kit, and it comes with this top spring perch.
How much did Bukan get that bike?
And so the problem with the spring perch is, you see the airline on top of the bag? That hole right there is actually meant for a bolt. So you can see there, the bolt is holding it. So what I'm going to do is to take that bolt out and not run it, but you can see there's another hole. So I'm gonna drill a hole. You can see where dirt made an outline. Drill a hole and bolt it on that side and create like a little indent on this side, so that way it sits flush, or the back sits flush. And then we can bolt it up so it's still in place, but we can still run the airline directly through the middle without pinching the wire. So let me show you guys after I drill the hole. All right, so I drilled a small hole right there all the way through, and then we drilled another like recess hole, so that way this bolt sits flush in here just like that, so we can bolt it up and still have this hole free. So you can see where I drilled the hole and where I bolted it up, it's sitting flush. You can see the spring is loose and it's sitting up there. See? And you can see what hole I bolted to. There's that hole that we bolted it up to on the side to hold it in place. And now the center one is open for our airline. So perfect. No need to, only thing you need to do is drill a hole and buy some new hardware. I use a pretty small Allen key, you can see right there, and made it recessed in so it sits flat, so looking good. And now you have that perfect little airline, fit perfectly flush in there, sit flat. And we're gonna wire the airbag later, but just want to show you guys a way I thought of to make that Eibach plate work without having to like buy the OEM ones or switch out for an OEM collar. All right, so while you have the spring out, you can put the bag in. You do just squeeze it and squeeze it through the spring.
Technique is use a wood, it'd be like this, it goes in.
Don't do that. All right, push it in, Philly. There you go. And now it's in. Now you can put the spring back after you do this side and put the spring collar in. All right, got the bags installed. And now we're gonna run the airlines later, but for now, the hardest part is done. So let's put everything back together and I'll show you guys how to run the airlines. All right, first things first, you're gonna wanna cut this hose into 2 perfect halves. So just pull them out and bend it in half and then cut it right down the middle. Make sure you cut it as square as possible. I found the middle right here, so let's give it a cut. All right, so now it's just a routing game, right? So you're gonna figure out where you're gonna want to have your air hose come out of. I'm thinking of having it come out of the bumper right here, because there's enough room for me to drill a hole and to access it and put some air pump right here, either that or on the side right here. We'll see how much clearance I have, but for now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your air hose, pick one side to start with. We're gonna start with the driver's side. It comes with these plates right here. You're gonna wanna put that through. Actually, no, it's gonna be easier if you go like this. So I found it easier to actually put this on later and plug in the air hose first. So we're gonna connect the air hose to the bag and then put this in after. So let me show you. It's hard to see from the angle, so can't really tell. Air out of it. This side is the hardest. Now that that's exposed, shove an airline in there. Not this side, see the other side. All the way in. Now we can slide this through the other side of the hose like that. Wrap it all the way through. Oh, probably should have went the other way, but this should work still. Slide this hose out. This should fit pretty snug on here now. I can't see. Here we go. Now that's in. Now all you gotta do is run this hose through the hole up there that we left open. So I'm gonna do that now. All right, I got it ran all the way through. Now you're gonna be very careful not to run your air lines next to the exhaust because that's where things melt and get too hot. So what I think I'm going to do is to route it around this side, come here, come across around this way to that side. So let's do that. So I ran the bags up there, coming to the side right here, coming out behind this hose so it doesn't get too close to the exhaust, wrapping up here, wrapping over the spare tire mount, coming through here, coming out, and they're both coming out of this side. That way, I need to make come out of this side. So I'm gonna come out of this side to right here where there's plastic on the bumper where it can come out. I might break this foam out. Let's see if I can do it with my hands. Probably need a knife or something. I'll cut this foam out so I can just drill straight up back there and put the hose through. And so I'm in the corner of the bumper on the passenger side and I cut some of the foam away with a knife. I'm gonna drill 2 holes as close as possible to right here. So somewhere along right here and right here, drill 2 holes right here and right here. That way we can run the valve so we can pump it, which looks like this. So basically you stick this hose into here, the same fitting as in a bag, and you can pump it from right there, just like that. So let's go ahead and drill some holes. So let's find a drill bit the size of this thing right here. All right, so this is how I ran the lines. You can see this is where it's been routed to, coming through to this bumper right here. So what you're gonna do is put a washer on after you push in the hose. It's hard just with one hand. And then try to get into the hole. Right. Push it into the hole. Maybe the hole's not big enough, so let me oval it out some more. So after you push it through the hole, what you can do is get your little lock ring right here and lock it down. So you can tighten it down with a wrench, and when you close the door, plenty of room. See in there, hard to see with the lighting, but it doesn't even touch. Plenty of room. I would get a valve stem cap and cover it so the dust gets in there. So we'll go ahead and tighten it down and pretty much be done with it. All right guys, there you have it. Super easy airbag install. Everything should work accordingly now. So take a little look. Make sure you cut all these ends because you don't want these flapping around everywhere. But airline is ran out of the way, out of the exhaust. You see this one's ran through here, over here, to the top over there. This one is ran to the top. Oh, spin. So through there, to the top of the spring holder. Through here is zip tied right here. Coming through all meeting on this side, going through this side, leading your way through here. So it's super easy bag install. I think the hardest part was actually just getting the spring perch set up, so that way we can get the air hose ran through the middle. But overall, it was super easy, not too hard, not too many specific tools you need, just drilling one hole, and that is it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.